बरोबर साइन अप करा Keep bringing it.
They're not going to stay here? They're not going to leave it here? No? The gate right there. So they can drum? Different area?
No, we see in half an hour. But he come. No.
Really?
Check 1 2 1 2 check and the sound. Mic check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2 1 2 Mic check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2
Krishna.
No, not yet. Okay. Funeral, cremation site and burial ground near bottom. Something to do. Plenty people in the line. You don't eat and drink there. Well, I know that.
Yeah.
ओम पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगते पुंडरीकाक्षं सदहेदेन्द्रसिंहेशवासुरि माधवासुरि अमृत स्वस्ते पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगतो यः पुंडरीकाक्षं सदहेदेन्द्रस्य ओम श्री केशवाय श्री माधवासुरि अमृत स्वस्ते पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगतो यः पुंडरीकाक्षं सदहेदेन्द्रस्य ओम श्री केशवा ओम श्री माधवा ओम श्री अमृत स्वस्ते अपवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगतोऽप्यव स्मृत पुंडरीकाक्षं सदहेदेन्द्र श्री केशवा श्री माधवा श्री अमृत स्वस्ते पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थांगतोऽप्यव देवं श्री केशवाय माधवाय Yeah, just so.
Me?
Sanskar. Yeah. Without further details, Haat Jod. Let's put our minds together. As we focus on the lotus light feet of Bhagavan Krishna here this morning. Bhagavan Krishna, who known as Arya Mahapit, the masters of the ancestors. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Parmanavam Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Saresham Megabharanam Subhagam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yogi Vedhanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavaiharanam Sarvalok Ekanatanam. Om Aro Deva Devaki Garbhajananam Gopi Graha Vandanam Maya Putana Jivantapaharanam Govinda Dhamodharam Kansa Chedam Kaudavari Haranam Kunti Sutta Palanam Iti Sri Bhagavad Puran Sri Krishna Lila Haranam Devam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prem se bolere Mahapitra ki jai. Sprinkle Raichuri box. Sprinkle Raichuri. Sign us. Who? Or let us chant with him. I'll go take it on this side. Om Sri Hari Om Tat Sat Tat Sat Sri Vishnu Vishnu Sri Mahapurane Sri Vaivashmandari Seti Sri Kalyug se Patam Charno Jambhu Dipe Bhar Karne Chuidare ke Brahmano Dipe Bakal Pe se Iti Sri Desh में चुनिरा से इति श्री मालन विल नाम्यारो से इति श्री पागुन मास में श्री शुक्र भार से तीसरी कृष्ण पक्ष में तीसरी अजमन नाम से अंत्येष्टि संस्कार से तीसरी प्रीत नाम से टेके फारम तीसरी प्रीत नाम से राल्फी से तीसरी ओम श्री आरो देव देव के रब्रजाननम गोपी ग्रहा वंदनम माया पूतना जीवंतापहरणम गोविंद दामोदरम कंस चेदम कौदवारिहरणम कुंती सुतापालनम तीसरी भगवत पुराण श्री कृष्ण लीलाहरणम प्रेत गणाया वेमहि जगत धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदय से वेरी फुट Sprinkle the whole body. Om Sri Amukra Gotasya Mukra Pretasya Seti Sri गंगा जलम देवम इति श्री पितृपूजा प्रतिष्ठातां देवम ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री गंगा जलम देवमिति श्री पितृपूजा प्रतिष्ठातां देवमिति श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री ओम प्रेतकनाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री गंगा जलम देवमिति श्री पितृपूजा प्रतिष्ठातां देवम् ओम प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् for it to as ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य श्री कन्दचन्द्रनं प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री कन्दचन्द्रनं प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री कन्दचन्द्रनं प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री कन्दचन्द्रनं प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य श्री कन्दचन्द्रनं प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री ओम श्री प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री कन्दचन्द्रनं प्रतिष्ठातां देवमिति श्री ओम प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री सवासे निम्ति से पुष्पं फलं मया देवता से तपावे से प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री निम्त्य से पुष्पं फलं देवं मया देवता से तपावे से प्रतिष्ठातां ओम प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री पुष्पं फलं देवमिति श्री पितृपूजा प्रतिष्ठातां देवं श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य से इति श्री पुष्पं फलं देवमिति श्री Take the essence of Kalash. Or use it out.
No.
ओम प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् ओम श्री अमुक्रगोतस्य मुक्रप्रेतस्य सेति श्री प्रेतगणाया वेदमहि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् गिरमजी ताड़ी आरती all you go to chant, right?
Yeah.
You go to arti opposite, not clockwise, anti-clockwise, right?
Yeah.
Stand up in the center 5 times. And then all together walk around the box 5 times. Why is it walking around the box? Right. You go do RT. Right? And then after all you go just stand up in front and do RT. ओम श्री अमुक्र गोतस्य मुक्र प्रेतस्य सहिति श्री मित्र ऐसे निम्तियों से देवता से दीपम से मया देवता से तपावे से प्रतिष्ठा ताम देवम यम द्वारे महंगोरे से ओम श्री अमुक्र गोतस्य मुक्र प्रेतस्य से जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो आशा का दूर किनारा हो और कोई न केवन हारा हो फिर तू ही बेड़ा पार करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करो जय 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 तू चाहे तू सब कुछ करते विश्व को भी अमृत करते तू चाहे तू सब कुछ करते विश्व को भी अमृत करते पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा जो भी तेरा ध्यान करो फिर जो भी तेरा ध्यान करो जय 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 कृष्ण हरे all of it just over the body don't walk wrong no same way जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे जय कृष्ण हरे श्री कृष्ण हरे दुखियों को दुख दूर करे जय 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 कृष्ण हरे सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला हो सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला सीताराम गोविंदा राधे गोपाला प्रेम से बोले महापितृ की जय। Let us have anything. Om Siriya Mukragota Sarya Mukapreta Se Mitro Sevase Nimtyo Se Ektat Se Pinda Se Maya Devata Se Tapave Se Pratishta Tam Devam. Press it in the hand. Press it right here. Oh, raise it up. Right. Give him a little bit of block there. Watch me. You're doing your hand so. On top of the pin. Right. Om Siriya Mukragota Se Mukapreta Se Tilanjali Se Iti Siri. Take this now one off it. Amukragotasya mukrapretasya iti ganga jalam devamiti sri pindapari se maya devata se tapave se pratishta tam devam. Much pinda yaad hai aage. Alyam. Hey. Take your mother and I'll let you put.
Oh, eh? She?
Yeah, let you come on. Yeah, she. Prem Savali Sri Arya Mahapitra ki jai. So devotees as the children has performed, as I said, part of the Antishi Sanskar. Now we'll have his wife who will put a mala for her and do his arti and everything. Bring Shep a little closer to the box. That she could. One holy mala on this side too, and let's just hold on one side. Om Amukragotasya Mukrapretasya Siddhi Siddhi Pushpam Palam Devamiti Siddhi Pitra Puja Pratishta Tham Devam. Jaishi bata chandan pe. Finger wave. Om Siriya Mukragotasya Mukrapretasya Siddhi Siddhi Iti Siri Kanda Chandranam Pratishta Tam Devam Iti Siri. Alright, hold she hand now. Bol Siri Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Jai Radhe Sham Bol Siri Sita Ram Sita Ram Sita Ram Jai Sita Ram Radhe Sham Jai Radhe Sham Sita Ram Jai Sita Ram Bol Siri Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Radhe Sham Jai Radhe Sham Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayan Vasudeva He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Prem se bole Mahapitra ki jai. Push this along back. So devotees, amongst us, I know Pandit Fuji Madhu, I think is the family Pandit, and he's here, so I will give him while we go offer the pinda, the site where they will be offering Tilanjali. With that, while that we have the grandchildren and whoever, daughter-in-laws, brother, younger, whoever want to offer flowers and everything, just the immediate family. And when we come back, we'll have Panaji. All come.
So, whilst they're performing the rites, we all greet Bhagwan Krishna, Bhagwan Vishnu, the Supreme Lord, that is infinite, and most of all, Bhagwan give us the courage today to be here. And the main purpose that we are here today is to remember Uncle Ralph, I like to call him Uncle Maharaj, Uncle Maharaj, and to remember the good things about him. And I'm sure that we would have good experience, and that is why we're here. We have family members, I believe his son from abroad, one from Asia and the US to come, and all of us who have to share together and to be with his family members. So the main objective is to pray, and regardless if we are Hindu, Christian, Muslim, whatever faith that we belong to, turn to God and Supreme. So you chant a few verses and then we'll chant together. You'll chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate kiram yat kripatamaham vande param anandamadhavam. Sarvopanishadokal Dugdhadupalanandana Patho Vatsa Sudhir Bhota Dugdham Geetamritam Mahat Sarvabhutani Kaunteya Prakritam Yanti Manditam Kalapakshe Pudhistani Kalapado Vishvajamyaham Prakritam Swama Varstabhya Vishvajami Punah Punah Bhutagramam imam kristyam visham prakritir vashat nacha mantani karamani nibadhanti dhananjaya udasinavad asinam asaktam tesha karmasu mayadhyakshana prakriti suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagadvi parivartate avajananti mamutha Manushin tanumashratam param bhavam ajanantu mama bhuta maheshwaram mokhasha mokha karmanu mokha jnana vichetasa rakshasim asurim jaiva prakritam mohinim shata. All together, Hare Ram, everybody. Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So according to the Sri Ramcharitmanas, the 4th chapter, Kishkintha Kand, that where Bali was given the opportunity by Sri Ram himself, the gift of immortality, and Bali kindly asked Bhagwan Sri Ram to decline that gift, because he explained these verses that all of us, we will be blessed with the opportunity, the gift of this human birth. But yoga yati, sometimes even the great yogis and the scholars, great ascetics, they fail to remember him before you die and fail to honor God. So Bali had asked, rather than that, he had asked for the gift of remembrance of Bhagwan, to be your bhakta, your servant. As the Sri Ramcharitmanas explains, as we all join together. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Those of you who could join together. रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीता राम जन्म जन्म मुनियन कराही अंत काल कहीं आवत नाही आवत नाही राम आवत नाही आवत नाही राम आवत नाही अंत काल कहीं आवत नाही. Everybody. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Jasunam Shankare Kashi Ditsabhayi Samagati Abhinashi Sangati Avinashi Ram Sangati Avinashi Ditsabhayi Samagati Avinashi Binu Sat Sangat Vivekan Hoi Binu Sat Sangat Vivekan Hoi Ram Kripa Binu Sulabhan Soi Ram Kripa Binu Sulabhan Soi Ram Kripa Binu Sulabhan Soi. Praise the Lord Shri Ramachandra Ki Jai. Son Amruvata Vishetan Vyas Pandit Rameshri.
प्रेम से बोले श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय. प्रेम से बोले अरे महापित्र की जय. So devotees, you know, when we perform Anteshi Sanskar, when one die, if you realize, is on the immediate family. This is for them. You know? This is what, when you perform the Anteshi Sanskar, it's supposed to be. You know, normally we go to funeral and you see a long line. Everybody want to come and put flowers and do arti. Fine, no problem. I had one problem here. But one thing we must remember, as we know, we call him Ralphy, Uncle Ralphy, however we call him. Today he cannot raise his hand and bless nobody or say, child, God bless you. This is not the point for you all. When he's alive, you know, then you do his arti, then you give him flowers, that he will appreciate it. He might tell you, you can better flowers than me or something, but he appreciate whatever you give him, you know. This is what we had to look at. So when we go to funerals and Anteshi Sanskar is performed, after you'll get your time to view, you have flowers, whoever want to put will feel free, you know. At this time is the immediate family, children, wife, grandchildren, daughter-in-laws, brothers. This is their moment in the Anteshi Sanskar, you know. So, devotees, as we all stand here this morning, we perform the Anteshi Sanskar. Today, I will say Ralphy, Uncle Ralphy, however we call him. He was a son. Then he became a brother. He became a husband, a father, grandfather, father-in-law, friends to many. This is what life is like. As 2 days back I was doing a funeral and I meet a guy and we was talking, and when I tell him, I say, boy, next 2 days again I'll wake up in the cremation site. He say, who died? When I tell him, I say, boy, Uncle Ralphy died. Where was he, man? When Uncle Ralphy was to drive Maxi, his elder brother, him, his sister, he carried all of them to school. So he was just not a father figure for his children and his grandchildren, but many children outside there. He was a father because, he took care of the children them he carried to school like his own. This is how I know him. From there, then to the Mandir in Rio Claro, he and his Dharampatni, they would journey, whatever it have, to the Mandir. This is how I remember him. Some people may have more stories than me and things, but the little bit I know, I did puja 1 or 2 times for them home here, But nevertheless, they say flowers will wither, but fragrance will live on. What is the fragrance? To those heart he had touched, the good he had done, that is the fragrance will live on with us. It's just not, he dead and that's the end, now. Flowers may wither, but fragrance will always live on, That is a must, We all have to die. Some may go young, some may go old, some may go middle age. That's why Bhagavan Krishna tells us, he said, learn from nature. Nature is flowers. Look, we have buttercup, hibiscus, exora, genda, carnation, whatever flowers we have here. All the flowers do die at the same time. Everyone, it has some flowers die within half day. Hibiscus will go within a day. Exora might take a week. Genda will take 2 weeks. So die-wise, life, some go young, some go middle age, some go old. Right? He said, Jab jab bahar yaar pool muskuraye mujhe tum yahan jaaye. Life comes as a festival. It blooms as beautiful as flowers. But at the end of the day, it will go. It will finish. Just as the sun rise in the morning, bloom midday and set in the evening. Such is life. And we must live every day as it fullest. As I always say, you listen to all these film songs and you like them, nothing. But do we know the meaning of it? When Raj Kapoor sings the song, Ek din ek jayenga. It's nice. But what it means? One day we'll all have to leave and go. Right? This is what we have to realize. One day we will all, nobody come to, only house and car and land and grandchildren and children and whatever he had owned. Who goes with him? I be akela, Jai be akela. Do din ki zindagi, do din ka mela. When you come in this world, you come without anything, materially. And when we leave this world, we carry nothing material with us. So what are we fighting over? A car, piece of land, and we had to leave it right there and go. Like one guy, I did a funeral. Before he died, he said, Babs, come. I said, what it is? He called his wife, he called Sharon. He said, the day I did, cut 2 holes in the box and put my hand outside. So his wife asked him, say, what is that for? He said, I to show my brother and them, I can't not know when I die. Because he see body appearance. They fight him because he get. Right? That is his blessing. He worked for that. If you didn't get from your parents, that's your blessing because you didn't work for that neither. Right? Whatever you have is what is written there for you. And you cannot achieve more than that. Today, no, it may sound harsh, but we have to understand this. Today, shouldn't be a day of sorrow. But you know why we suffer and we grieve and we cry? We get attached, right? We get attached to material things. Today we should be glad for Uncle Ralphy, because whatever sickness, whatever pain, whatever problem he come to pass, that finished now. But when our child born is the time to cry, because we don't know what they come into pass in this world. You know? But we get attached to this material thing, this material body. All house and land is just to satisfy and car and a condition and thing. It is to satisfy this material body, you know. But what we prepare for hereafter when we dead, we prepare for now. But we have to study what we'll prepare for hereafter. This is what life tells us. Because when the child in the womb of the mother, you're telling Bhagwan, he said, let you out of this cell, right? That's in the womb of the mother. And the promise we made to Bhagwan is tell Bhagwan, we'll remember him, we'll chant his name. Right? That is the promise we made. And what happened? The child born, the child playing by himself, the child laughing, everybody nice, the child laughing. But time we get to know this is mine and that is mine, we tend to forget Bhagwan. And the day something happened, that is the day we all remember God. Yebong Soto is the first thing to say. Is, oh God, why me when something happened, God? This is the thing we had to realize. Your day is broken up to 4 parts. God, work, family, recreation. And the 2 to support us is the 2 we abandon in life. Your family and God. God doesn't want to know Arabic and Hindi and Urdu, you know. There is one religion, it's a religion out of what comes from here, sincere. That is what God wants. Right? Not saying no and doing 2 hours at job and Hawan and all this kind of thing on your mind. You vex with the neighbor over the road or something, you know. Or you and your brother quarreling for land and you want to sit down and do Hawan and job. That don't make sense. That don't make sense because you're wasting time. We have to realize that is much. Life is short. This could knock any day. We could walk out from here and we could fall down and die. We had to walk out from here, we could sit down right there and fall down right there too and die. That is how death is. But we have to remember the promises we made and how can we get into that promises. I say, Satasanga ke ganga bahe hai komal jiski dhara. Being in satsang, being in holy companions. That is in media that we can elevate ourselves. Right? No other way can we elevate. But in the same Kali Yuga, that's what they call Namasmaran, the continued chanting of the Lord's name. You know? That will give us salvation. You know, it's 2 things I always say in funeral. When I was young, it had this sadhu who came from India. And I was about 5-6 years. And whole night I heard this old man saying, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram. So me and my brother them, this old man can't sleep or something. Or whole night this man had me making noise. But we was young. We did not know what he was doing. So at the time of death, in name of Bhagwan will be on your lips. This is why Indian people, well, I can't say no, I say long time, give the children names of gods, names with meaning. At any time at that, and you're calling your child, you're calling God name too. You know? This is what they did. Right. So we had to realize, when this time comes, they say you could cancel a trip to the cinema. You could postpone an engagement. But when death knocks, you can't postpone that. Right? The day you're born, the day that is done written. So if God gave you a book with 120 pages, don't figure you go fully 120 pages. Somewhere in that book, the first day is written, the day you're born, and some way coming up, and it is written again. Right? The day you're born, and between that now, whatever you die, your karma. That's what you write about your life. So in this era now, nobody reaching 100 again. The 100 era finish. The 8 era coming to a finish just now. As you get older, lifespan will be getting shorter. Right? And if we don't look at people dying 40 years, 50 years, that is, as you get older, lifespan will be getting shorter and shorter. Right? So who make the 50 and going? God bless. Right? But always remember, the green mango does remain, and the ripe one does remain, and the young one does fall. So no matter we're young, we're strong. But we go fall one day. This, as I said, this is a learning process. We all have to realize, they say, pinchire ke panchire. The bird locked in this cage. What is the bird they tell you in this song? The bird is the soul in this body. Kah na sake tu apni kahani. Who can he tell his story? If you say Kailash boy have a pain, what you do? You go to get to that pain, right? But you feel the pain he have? You can't feel that pain. So who could you really tell? We could comfort him only. This is what we could do. That is say, kahane sake tu apni kahani teri bhi panche, right? That is all we could do, comfort him. Ye pathar ka desh pagale koi na tera ho. Now that is a little hard one to hit. Ye pathar ka desh. Pathar is stone, desh is country. They say people in this world today is only stone-hearted. The day anyone could do anything for anybody, you and them is the best of friend. But blank them are they. He is the worst enemy. Ye pathar ka desh pagale koi na tera ho. People stone-hearted, they really don't care. They don't know your position. That okay, today can I help you? Right? They know your position. They vex. They are the worst to say about you. I stand up here talking about Uncle Ralphy. I say what I know. Plenty of people who have some bad experience with him. They go say all kind of things about him. But that's the world. It has to balance. They have good and they have bad. Some people will like you, some people won't like you. But that is no problem. This is what life is. We have to prepare for now, we have to prepare for hereafter, and this is what we have to do. Life is short, life is sweet, but we all have to remember, one day we all will have to go, and we will have to return to our Maker. They say ashes to ashes, dust to dust, right? You could burn or you could bury. It don't matter. Right? But I tell only one thing. Hinduism prescribe cremation. It have a few death only you do cremation for. But 90% cremation is what is recommended in Hinduism. And as you're talking about the 5 elements of his body. Vayu, Pran, Eta. Earth, water, fire, ether, and air. They say when earth leaves the body will start to decay. When the fire element leaves the body will get cold. Right? When the water element leaves, the circulation of the body won't be there. When the ether leaves, the life's gone. This is the elements. So this is why the body gets stiff, the body gets cold. Right? You have no circulation of the fluid in the body. Right? This is when you know that is coming. So with all, I think we have grandchildren or children do the eulogy. We have a eulogy from Ralphy, so I don't know how long it be. Right? But we also, How long married? Yeah. How long Ralphy married?
How old are you? 66. How old are you? 38.
38 is he married?
No.
Oh, more than that.
40 years.
how long he married and lived with his wife. Eh?
Around 60.
So they say around 60, right? And you will hear a eulogy of Uncle Ralphy. And think about it, 60 years. We're just hitting us within a few minutes of him.
59.
So, you know, this is what life is like. So I think we have the son who will do it. Where's the flowers anyway?
Sitaram, everyone. Last night, 3 o'clock or so, 4 o'clock, I realized I had to say something. And my wife said, "You're going to be very emotional. So write down a few things." So I end up writing a few things here. It's a short speech because my wife sent something to read, my daughter sent something too, so I'm going to keep mine a little short. Dad, Ralphy Maharaj, was born 5th October 1944, which made him 80 years old. He was from Lengua, Princess Town. He married this wonderful lady here, Draupadi Nanan Singh, and had 5 sons. Rukesh, Krishna, Ash, Kailash, Sunil, and Sunil. Sunil unfortunately passed away when he was around 6 years old from a possible snake bite. He wasn't sure. We grew up in Ecclesville, which is not far from here. I was told that the reason we did not grow up on our father's side is because when my mom and dad got married, my mom did not like lengua, and she used to cry a lot and miss her mom. So my dad was a very humble man, and to make my mom happy and the marriage last, he moved to Ecclesville, and that is where he planted the 5 boy seeds. Dad grew up planting cane, and when he moved on this side, he had no choice but to switch over to cocoa and coffee. But his main profession after marriage was being a taxi driver. When he turned, well, that turned out the best for us. I was speaking to my brother here. I remember when we were small, every time we had school break, he used to take us to all the major beaches and tourist sites in Trinidad. He basically knew every corner of Trinidad. Right? I remember him taking us at the airport just to see the jumbo jet land 747. Then we used to go inside the airport to play video games. As a child, that was the time that was most enjoyable moment. My dad was a very likable man by all. He had no bad mind, hold no grudges on anyone. He loved staying in touch with family and friends. He made every effort to see or call almost every week. My father was a humble being, but he was rich in ways that cannot be measured by material possession. He was rich in wisdom, in kindness, in love. He was the kind man who knew the value of hard work, the importance of honesty, and the strength of humility. His life was not an easy journey, but it was a journey he embraced with courage and dignity. Before I go on, I had to clear my mind a little bit. I had basically almost, from Dubai to here, I spent almost 30 hours catching different flights and stuff last minute to get here. So I had some thinking. I was here almost 2 weeks ago to see him. And when I left, he was doing very well. So, is there any young kid here, in my days, who would like to commit suicide? I just had relieve some stress here. And the reason why I ask, there's no need to commit suicide in Trinidad again. Some people may be mad. And the reason why I said that when I left him, he was strong. If you don't need to commit suicide in Trinidad again, just go to the hospital system in this country, and you have probably a 90% chance of death. So if you need to commit suicide, don't just pretend you're sick and go to the hospital. There's a good chance you will not come back home. My dad went in, he had a clogged small intestine, They cut him open, cleared the intestine. After that, couple of days, then developed a lung infection. I don't know how that happened. His lungs basically collapsed. And he managed to get through that. He went to ICU, a few days there. He managed to get through that. Came out ICU, holding my hand, shaking my hand, pushing his legs. The day before I went back home, I said, okay. He lifted up his leg high up. He said, this man will get back better in no time. And Bob, he would have probably lived 100 years, not 50. But, as you know, that long, I had so much frustration inside me, just leaving him the way he was. I just got over it. I said, at least he lived 80 years old. He had, the average lifespan of a man now is about 75. So he lived his time, and that bring a little peace inside me. And I came to terms of it. All right, since I let out all my stuff, let me continue here. So what most people know about my dad? A lot of people will say, comedian. He was always the life of a party. Whatever function, whether it's a family garden, a birthday party, or a prayer, you would hear loud laughter around him. He always finds something to interject into any conversation to make everyone laugh. The one thing I think most people remember of him. Well, after scanning through a lot of pics online, I noticed one thing in common. His fashion sense. Dad believed a shirt with one or two pockets in front was the height of sophistication. He single-handedly kept the plaid shirt and front pocket industry afloat, and throughout that it was appropriate for every occasion, excluding my wedding, where he was forced to wear a kurta. So what do I know about my dad? And I'll keep it short because there's so much. When we were small, my dad was a stick, stern man. I don't know, anybody who went to school here, Rio Claro Secondary School? You know Teacher Bob? So my dad had that stern look. He never had to beat us. He just look at you and just start shaking. So Teacher Bob and this man was almost the same. Bob was one of my favorite teachers in secondary school. He never beaten me. He used to just look at me. Pray not. And I was like, go back to your class. My dad had the same. On the occasions he did beat us, he was only forced by my mom and my grandmother. They used to tell him, you don't beat the children too much, that is why they're so hard. I was really the wicked one, and the one in this set, and I deserve all the licks I used to get when I was small. Just last night I was telling my niece some stories. I don't know if I should mention it here. Where's my buddy Vishnu? I was so wicked. Our house was the last house with electricity, and his brothers used to come watch TV by us. And wicked me, he would come upstairs, go back downstairs, and I'll be waiting with a pea in my hand, and I'll pee on his head. And as of today, I did that many times, and of today he said I was the reason why he turned bald head, because there's much more stories like that, but just so you know why I used to get the most licks in this family. Anyway, one thing that really stands out for me is love for his family. He made sure he called us almost every week to check on us. He instilled so much love in our hearts that up to today, we never ever had a single family argument. As you know, nowadays you will see family members fighting for money, house, land, etc. that never happened as of this day. And by the way, when last all you see two old people walking holding hand. About 9-10 years ago, my dad came to visit me in Dubai, and he was walking in the back. My mother could walk very well at that time; she couldn't, and he's like. And that time it's a strict Muslim country. You cannot show affection. And I look back and I say, but what the hell is this one? In this big public, them walking and holding hand like two lovebirds. And I looked at that and it just hit me. I said, in our time when we grew up, we wasn't taught to have that much affection. And my dad being strict and everything, and then to see him at that age with the love for my mom and dad, and everywhere we went India, we went so many places in India, and everywhere they were just holding hand, walking slowly, just enjoying the moment. And that will always stick with me. Mom, he loved you so much. Today, as we bid farewell to my father, I'm not saying goodbye. Instead, I'm saying thank you, Dad, for your unwavering love, your endless patience, your invaluable lessons. Thank you for your laughter, your wisdom, and your guidance. Thank you for being my dad. And my wife, she's an English major, and she will say a speech for 2 hours. So I made sure she cut it to 2 minutes. My two daughters also wrote a few lines, and my wonderful niece here will read it.
I'm sorry for not being here to support my husband and family and to pay my final respects to that. This is due to the major constraint of living on the other side of the world. But my thoughts and prayers are with the family during this difficult time. I have known Dad since April 2009 when I got married into this wonderful family. He was a strong and vibrant man who was family-oriented and thus fulfilled his roles and duties well. I will always be grateful to him and Mom for being there for me in my times of need when I was pregnant and was due to deliver my second baby. They both came and spent 1 month with us in Houston to lend support and take care of our first baby, who was just 20 months old, while Krish went to work and I was at the hospital. Our bond grew stronger over time as we visited them in Trinidad every year. When we migrated to Dubai for betterment, Krish asked his parents to visit us as he was also serious of taking them on a pilgrimage to India. Dad was always interested in taking a vacation, so they came along. We visited many religious places, including Rameshwaram, Vrindavan, and Ayodhya. It was a very long drive, 12 hours from Agra after seeing the Taj Mahal to Ayodhya. Dad's uncontrollable laughter still puts a smile on my face as Krish kept shouting out at the sight of every river. That is the Sarayu River, reach! Although the journey seemed never ending. We were blessed to step foot in such holy grounds, and I captured the most beautiful picture of Dad paying his respects and taking a dip in the Sarayu River. That is the river through which Sri Ram took a dip to return to his heavenly abode. Taking a dip in this holy Ganga was blissful, but another hilarious moment as the water was ice cold and Krish behaved as if he was under attack. It was a blessed experience with Mom, Dad, and Bhaiya Rukesh as we visited several pilgrimage sites in both North and South India while enjoying the Indian cuisine. After returning from India, Dad and Mom spent a month with us. It was during this time Dad grew fond of my cooking. I remembered how he requested that I make vegetable pilau and soya once more before they left. Every morning, he would take Amber down to get on the bus for school as she was in kindergarten, and he would go to fetch her in the afternoon. We spent quality time together, and I was glad for the help to take care of our baby girls. On weekends, we took them around to explore the city of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Our emotions ran high as their vacation was over, and it was time for them to return home. On the brighter side, I was happy they spent some time with us, and I got the opportunity to serve them. It was just a matter of time before we met again as we continued to visit them in Trinidad. On our visit for summer break last year, I admired how well Dad took care of Mom. Every morning he prepared tea. Right? Every morning he prepared tea and bread, and then sat with her to eat while watching TV. He would hold her hand to take her around carefully and help her to shower and change her clothes. He was her strength and prime support. My heart breaks for her as they share such a close and strong bond growing old together. Although Dad looked forward to my food, he said, "Don't make roti, we eat a lot of bread now." Then he would say, "What are you cooking today?" I always felt delighted to cook for him, knowing that he enjoys it. As we were leaving, Dad walked us to the car, and soon after we left. The thought crossed my mind that I should have taken a selfie with him and the girls. That thought weighed heavily on my mind for some time as I pondered what a lovely picture it would have been with them both hugging him at his side. Now I understood why, as little did I know, it was the last time we would meet and we would never see him again. Dad was the coolest guy, as I have never seen him angry or upset about anything. He had a good sense of humor and was humble, helpful, and simple. When I heard Dad was admitted to the hospital, we prayed daily for his recovery. As his condition worsened after what we thought was a minor surgery, we prayed harder for him to get well. When I heard he was making some good progress, I felt delighted at heart that Krish was able to see and talk to him and spend some time with his dad. After Krish's return, when I heard Dad took a turn for the worse, I still did not lose hope, even after having a dream last Saturday night that he passed away. Dad, we pray for you as you would have expected of me. But perhaps it was your time to return to Bhagwan, or if you had better medical care, you would have survived this health crisis. I guess we can never know, but we take comfort in knowing that you had a full, healthy, and enjoyable life, and you completed your fatherly duty. Lying in that hospital bed for over 21 days, not being able to partake in anything to eat or drink, I believe you have purified your body, mind, and soul to merge with the Supreme Lord. As we bid our final goodbye to you, we pray that your journey be safe and comfortable, free from suffering and obstacles. We will miss you, Dad. May Bhagwan Krishna bless your soul and accept you in his loving care. Jai Shri Krishna. This is from Amba now. Aja was very kind, hardworking, and helpful. He always cares for us. Whenever we visit, he would stock the back fridge with chubby because he knows we love it and we don't get that here in Dubai. I will always remember Aja as being independent and not wanting anybody to do anything for him. Last summer when we visited, we gave Aji a massage, and then we went to massage Aja. But as soon as we touched his feet, he said, "Don't tire yourself, don't worry about what your mother said. He knows Mom will tell us to do that every time." He had just woken up because he was not feeling well, but yet he did not want any care. We will miss you, Aja. This is from Vani now. Aja was the best grandfather anyone could ever have. He was very loving, caring, and kind to us. I am very fortunate to have a grandfather like him. Sadly, Dubai is very far from Trinidad, so I have not been able to spend much time with him, but I still remember some memories for life. When I was 4 years old, Aji told my sister and I to help Aja peel garlic. So we went to help him, and that was the first time I learned how to peel garlic. That is a lifelong memory that I can never forget. Sometimes I would serve him his food. He used to bless me, hug me, kiss me, and even hold me in his arms. He was the only grandfather that I had to give my love because my other grandfather passed away before I was born. I will never forget how loving he was to me, and as far as I know, is that he did an excellent job fulfilling his duty as a grandfather. If he was still alive, I would give him a big hug and kiss. If we were not living far away, I would have come to pay my last respects to my loving Aja. Life will feel incomplete without you, and whenever I go to Myland, I will miss your presence. I will miss you, Aja, and just know that I will always love you. Ram Nam Satya.
प्रेम से बोले महापित्र की जय. So devotees, you heard, I say words of wisdom too, But it's had plenty more unsaid things. I don't mean bad things, but we cannot say everything. At a time of this, like tomorrow, this evening, but I forget this and I forget to say that, because at this time, within this period of time, your mind just not settled, But I'll tell you one thing, you say about we hospitals and things. I don't mind, we have some lackadaisical doctors and all these things. But remember one thing, at the ample time of death, we have to go. No doctor, no ambulance, no nothing can save us. When that ample time comes, and something have to carry the blame. Right? So, I always tell people, don't point fingers. Right? Because when death comes, something have to carry that blame. And this is what life is like. He died, now everybody here. But when reality will really hit you all? When reality hits? Not today, not for the shaving. The day after the Bhandara, then reality hits. You know why? All these people here with you today. And when after the prayer is done, you might invite all of them. They'll be here. And after that, who'll be here? Then reality hits. When we come alone. And when we go alone. We are alone. But always remember, man will forsake you, but God will never forsake you. Right? Keep your thoughts at the lotus-like feet of Bhagavan. He is the only one who can get us through this. And this is what we have to realize. Without God in our life have nothing. No meaning, no nothing. We get up, we say we get up in the morning, we go into work, we build this, we have all that. You buy the food, you eat it. Where the food comes from the ground, the gardener plant it. He nourishes the ground, but what everything comes from? Without Bhagwan, nothing is possible in this world. So this is what we have to realize. God is priority in all of our lives. Right? So before we close off every day, I'll give 2 minutes. Anybody who want to say anything? Okay, we have one person. I think he is no stranger to this area.
Good morning to each and everyone. My name is Kashi Ramlochan. Some know me as Bobby, some know me as Tall Man. But I'm here today to represent the Ramlochan family and the Dublin family. A family that grew up with Mr. Ralphy in Ekazil because we lived just a couple feet away when we were small. And then we migrated to Union opposite the cemetery. All these fellas standing here, Ralphy children, and us interact by going to school, even Babaji, my schoolmate. We interact by going to school and growing up in good morals. I heard the eulogy that the son read. I remember when I was young, and you hire Mr. Ralphy and Mr. Billy Mohan to go on an excursion. You didn't need to put on the deck in the bus. They had us entertained, and that is no lie. Even when we reached the destination, they was to have us entertained. And when my father died in 1976, he used to always check up on us. One of the hardest things we had to do this week was tell our mother, who is 85, that Mr. Ralphy passed. So I didn't do it. I allowed my brother to do it. Because it's hard when you see what love looks like in these two people. When I pass here and I see them in the gallery, or you see them by that flowers patch there, and I have never known them to be in any argument or displeasure. And when you watch the life nowadays, how children are growing up, Baba talk about we carry nothing. I'm the Union Village Cemetery keeper, and for every funeral there, all you see is what they put them in. You could tell them what suit to put you in, but they don't bound to. And you don't see the gold bearer and the land going with them. It's just the body. And when you realize what happens after, with the siblings fighting for material things, it's amazing. I'm a pastor. For the past month, I got booked for 2 funerals. And the 2 of them had argument. Who is going to bury? The brother took the sister to bury her because she was blind and nobody wanted to see about her. And when he planned the funeral, the children come and take the body and do the funeral earlier in the day for nobody not to be there. Then I got booked for another one that the wife and the daughters don't want to see about the burial. They find the husband suffer. But he worked hard to buy Mercedes and all kind of things for them. And the sister decides she's going to bury him. And again they booked me to do the funeral. And then the daughter and the wife wake up and decide, hey, we're going to do it for ourselves. In death, sometimes it has so much hate when it should have love and support. Mother Drupati is sitting there. As Baba say, when we all leave and go back after the prayers, it's her here and who will be with her. So I just want to encourage you. Religion don't save man. It's love. You see the love that you have? That's what will save you. Before I close, we talk about neighbor. According to the Bible that I read, the neighbor is the person that stop and help. The neighbor doesn't always be the house next to you, because the house next to you sometimes does be your enemy. Your neighbor, according to the scriptures in the Bible, is the person that stop and lend help. If you travel in a car and the person next to you is a stranger and they pay for you, that's your neighbor. They helped. So with that, I would just say, Mother Drupati and to the family, condolences. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. And remember the good memories of Uncle Ralphy. Thank you. Clip on the mic.
Sit down. Namaste, Sitaram, and a pleasant morning to all. As we stand here today, we are, according to Panditji, the last rites, the Antyeshti Sanskar. I am here because I know Ralphy very well. I am from Lengua. We lived opposite each other before he came down here. You know. And he is like a brother to me. We grew up from boyhood to manhood. So I am grateful for this opportunity to say a few words. As we stand here, we see in front of us the corpse. And soon today, we would see that this body will be reduced to ashes. But my dear friends, what will happen to the life force? We all know that this body, Ralphy, when he was alive, there was this life force in him. Now that he is no more, where is the life force? And what happens to that which we call the soul? So, for this information, I ask you to let us go back to our scriptures. You know, in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16, 22 and 23, slokas, Bhagwan Krishna said that when we are confused, we must go back to our scriptures and get the right information so we can continue life. And in chapter 2, sloka 27, Bhagwan Krishna advised us. As a matter of fact, he advised Arjuna. We are all his Arjunas. This message comes to us as well. As he says in 227, Jatasya hi dhruvo mityur dhruvam janmamritasya cha tasmad pariharyerte natvam shochitum arhasi. He said, Arjuna, for in that case, death is certain for those who are born, and rebirth is inevitable. So we are to take this lesson, and still we will go back now to the Vedas, the Yajurveda, chapter 40, mantra 15, and it says, Om Vayuranilam Amritam Adhedam Bhasmantam Shariram Om Kato Smara Kribe Smara Kritam Smara Kribe Smara Kritam Smara. Translate: active soul, at the time of death, remember Om, remember God, for thy vitality and thy eternity. Remember thy deeds, karma, and know that the soul is immortal, but the body is finally reduced to ashes. So here, my friends, the first lesson we get from this is that the soul is active, the soul is deathless, and as Bhagwan Krishna advised us, or explained it to us in 227, he said that for in that case, death is certain for those who are born, and rebirth is inevitable, certain to happen. So we may miss, or we will miss Ralphy at this point in time, but Ralphy is certain to get rebirth. Wherever he may be reborn, we don't know. Who he will be reborn as, we don't know. That is only determined by God himself, Ishwara. So here it says, also in that mantra, he says, remember thy deeds, remember thy karma. He said the soul is immortal, but the body is the soul is immaterial, but the body will finally be reduced to ashes. So today, a little later, some of us, if not all, will be able to see this happen. And we must remember, in the mantra it says, remember thy karma, remember thy deeds, so that later on we will know, even in the Bhagavad Gita or in the Vedas, that the soul will get a body. He will get a body. He will not take a body. He will get a body according to the karma in this present life and the previous birth as well. So my friends, today we will miss Ralphy. Some of us, all of us, will miss him, those who know him well, and we will be sad. But somebody, some loving mother and father, will get him by a different name maybe, and they might be so happy to receive Ralphy that we know. So I I advise you, don't go with this kind of sorrow. You know, yes, the point is that we are giving him to someone else. So I thank you all sincerely for listening to me, being patient, and Panditji, thank you again.
Prince Volere Mahapitra ki jai. So devotees, we heard so much, and there will be many more we can hear. As I say, flowers may wither, but the fragrance, you know. And Ralphy, Uncle Ralphy and his Dharmapatni, as I say Pratipata Dharma, they live faithful to each other. And when we married and we live faithful to each other, we have 7 generations to come back together to gain salvation as Pratipata Dharma. So don't worry, you will meet him again. Mightn't be in this, but might be Janam Janam Ka Saath hai. Right? So devotees, this is what life is like. As I said, many more can be said, but without further details, let's all stand. Who could stand? Let's join in Pratna. Then, when we finish, we'll give you all. No. Leave shade. No, leave shade. As we join in Pratna, we will journey after. But for about 5-10 minutes, we'll give you all a chance who want to come and feel the body, but we want you in an orderly fashion. Come on one side and leave on the other, so it won't cause any. You know, as we put it, traffic on the road now, right? So give us some close. Look. Look at the flowers, you know. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanibharti Bharata Bhyuktana Hi Dharmasya Taratmanam Srijamyaham Pahitranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Dushkritam Dharma Sansar Nartaya Shambhavane Yoge Yoge Se Om Aro Deva Devaki Garvajananam Gopi Graha Vandanam Maya Potana Jivantapaharnam Govinda Dhamodharam Kanja Chedam Kaudavari Haranam Kunti Sutapalanam Iti Sri Bhagavad Puran Sri Krishna Leela Haranam. Devotees, they say, whose name is known throughout this universe but Bhagavan Krishna. Who else can we ask for anything but Bhagavan Krishna here today? कृष्ण जिनका नाम है गोकुल जिनका धाम है ऐसे श्री भगवान को ऐसे श्री भगवान को बारंबार प्रणाम है बारंबार प्रणाम है ओम असतो मा सर्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम प्रेतगणाया वेद्महि जगद्धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पितरो प्रचोदय सूर्या पितरो वेद्महि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदय से राम नाम सत्य है यही सब गत है. So devotees, take your seats. The family offer flowers, and all who want to come and view and offer flowers, feel free, as I said, in an orderly fashion to the beauty family from the members of our mandir in Chandrasekhar Vishnu Mandir, who Uncle Ralphy and his family always be devoted. We ask you to please accept our condolences, and may Bhagavan give you the strength and the courage to continue life without him. Sit down.
Who want to take flowers and
Pass one.
Flowers, picnic in box. Remove ko ngayon na ito.
Blue waters? Yeah, you have to be cool. No. Blue water? Yeah, blue water.
Yeah, put it. Just now. Just now. Put it.
Been 1 year, which one? Thanks, huh? No, it's not. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry. Drop your hand a little bit. Drop your hand a little bit. And spin.
Drop your hand and spin.
Spin.
Stay. Go left.
Spin round. Walk it around. Let it go.
He and all go get something.
ओम श्री अमुत्रगोतस्य मुख्यप्रेतस्य सेति श्री विद्यापारस्य मया देवतासे अपावे अच्छा मुझे वीडियोस को से आना तो चाहिए Raise a bit closer. ओम यमगारे महंगोरे से यमगारे महंगोरे हरि अमुत्रगोतस्य मुख्यप्रेतस्य से दीपम से मया देवता से तपावे से प्रतिष्ठा राम नाम सत्य है, यही सत्य है।
It's on the coconut.
We shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी
When you reach the floor line, realize the behind this is a world famous. Although everyone
Ready? Good. Yes, inside.
परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण, है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे तू सारा जीवन। देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, तेरे निकट विराजे, कर ले
What is his son and all? They have to do this. Look up how you do.
Turn.
Wait, fix the clothes, Daddy. Fix the fat.
What's that?
Put all right down.
Om Shri Mukhragotasya Mukhragotasya Iti Sri Tirandalasya Sri Om Shri Gannacha Yamunacha Godavari Sri Chandakarasya Maya Devatasya Daba. Om Yamgare Mahangore Se Yamgare Mahangore Arya Mukhragotasya Arya Mukhapretasya Iti Sri Nimtiyo Se Deepam Se Maya Devata Se Tapave Se Pratishtatam Devam Pretganaya Vemehi Jagatdharanaya Dhimahi Tanno Pitro Prachodaya Om Dhau Shanti Andrikau Shanti Padivi Shanti Vanaspati Shanti Andrikau Ram Nam
Sabjay.
Sabjate. Alright, so there. All the faces. One of the holy box. Flipping on. And I'll spin in our wrong. My foot going in front.
Hear that, Mamu?
And all the rest of them.
Turn around so.
How is it?
Yeah.
You the big son. You are the most worthless.
Somebody come on this side.
Yeah. Put it very ready.
You want to take a roll box?
Yeah, hold the cloth. Hold the cloth.
Hold the cloth.
Yeah, hold the cloth in the box.
Hold the cloth on the hand.
Hold the cloth.
Cloth in the box out.
Yeah.
Straight and all the chair.
Yeah.
Shoulder.
2, 3 and shoulders.
Shoulder.
Up.
This side, shoulder. Hey.
Next side.
Shoulder. Everybody wrong side. So wrong.
The other way before now. Let me.
Good. You pull out that cloth.
You put for 4 weeks and it's still so heavy.
I'm gonna make our 180 now.
Turn.
180 now?
Turn.
Right, rest up.
Easy.
We go say ouch?
Everybody face that side, eh?
1, 2,
3.
Press.
Up.
Up is up. Up and up.
Left shoulder. Walk fast, Baba. Walk fast.
I walking so big, I mean, just now you're walking too slow and too fast. Alright, rest on here.
Turn.
We're going to get the next one on the shed.
Straight on the shed.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Easy.
तपावे से प्रतिष्ठाताम अर्चो निचस ओम श्री प्रेत गणाया वेदमहि जगत धारणाया धीमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदय सूर्या पित्रो वेदमहि महाकालाया धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदय से ओम यम द्वारे महंगोरे से यम द्वारे महंगोरे अरियमुक्र गोतस्य अरियमुक्र प्रेतस्य से तीसरी निम्त्य से मया देवता से तपावे से प्रतिष्ठाताम ऐसे लोग हैं ओम श्री दौ शांति अंतरिकम शांति पृथ्वी शांति वनस्पति अंतरिकम शांति शांति राम नाम सत्य है सब आई वी गो स्ट्रेट ऑन द 10th hand rest so again I'll shade I'm doing it. No, not yet. Hi, they're cool.
It's up to you. If you go 85, then put it again one time. Like to repeat back.
That is
Come. Walk up on. Turn. All right. Down.
You lost? You lost the body weight?
ओम यम द्वारे महंगोरे से हरियमुक्र गोतस्य हरियमुक्र प्रेतस्य सिनिम्त्यो से दीपम से मया देवता से तपावे से प्रतिष्ठाताम देवम empty the diya nigrong here empty the diya no take the diya and check it out don't worry take a bunny check it out ऐसे हना निग्रह दौ शांति अंतरिकम शांति पृथ्वी शांति वनस्पति अंतरिकम शांति शांति देव राम नाम सत्य है ये सब कहते हैं गिरी मेल्ट इन द बकेट बड़ी बवास में बड़ी बकेट ये नहीं चिकोटा different package oh hey so you come on call it area
Ready, right? Yeah. All over the shoulder?
Yes. Alright, come. Just turn. 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 You want to do like tomorrow, right?
Put it there. Come with your foot down here. Turn. No, go right there. Turn. Just go right there. Come on. That's it.
Can you get over back here?
Baba, let them, don't worry, I said it was pick up the ashes.
Hey, Raj. Sing, mate. Hey, sit down.
Shiva, organizer.
On top of the cloth? Yeah, on top of the cloth. Take the bucket.
Why, Baba? Show your face now, show your face. Take out you have to cover your face. You cover your face. Show your face? You cover your face. Yeah. You cover your face. Show your face. Take out. Right. That'll. No problem.
So cover anyone, let anyone see all you want to see, yeah? Hurry, open man face.
Open it.
Camera guy. You can make sure, right? You see that anymore? They're not seeing anything. Oh, alright.
Think so.
Yep.
Alright, hold on yet. Hold on yet, Baba. Tulsi, the Tulsi sticks coming. Oh, now Tulsi? Yeah. Bring it. Ready Tulsi, put something.
Yeah. No, you go right down and you put one at the bottom.
I'm going to shoot right. That don't come too close enough. Just put that. They have access to you. Look at it.
More than you put it at more five
Take your time. 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, let me move.
Inside. Left. Right.
Center. No.
ओम श्री अग्नियाय स्वाहा, ओम प्रेताय स्वाहा, ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा, ओम शिवाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम ब्रह्मणाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम इंद्राय स्वाहा, ओम श्री रुद्राय स्वाहा, ओम प्रजापतिये स्वाहा, ओम भू स्वाहा, ओम भुव स्वाहा, ओम स्वाहा स्वाहा, ओम महास्वाहा, ओम तपा स्वाहा से ओम श्री यमाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम प्रेतगणाय वेद्महि जगद्धारणाय आदिमहि तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा, ओम सूर्या पित्रो वेद्महि महाकालाय आदिमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा, ओम श्री अर्य महापितृस्वधा, ओम देव महापितृस्वधा, ओम ऋष महापितृस्वधा, ओम इनिमा महापितृस्वधा, ओम सब कुटुंब परिवार महापितृस्वधा, ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो कृष्णाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते वास, ओम श्री आत्माय स्वाहा, ओम प्रेत ऑफरट, ओम श्री प्रेताय स्वाहा, ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो कृष्णाय स्वाहा, ओम श्री विष्णुआय नमः स्वाहा, ओम शिवाय नमः स्वाहा, ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। टेक ऑल। ओम श्री सर्वदेवी सर्वदेवताय स्वाहा। Give me clotely wipe out your hand, you know. Wipe out your hand. Light together, yeah. Kailash, you go use your right hand.
Kailash is a left hand.
Yeah, they say whoever do press on him with the left hand is a wicked person.
Well, they had to say it twice.
Om Sri Aro Deva Devaki Garbhajananam Gopi Graha Vandanam Maya Putana Jivantap. Just touch and walk, just touch and walk. Maya Putana Jivantapahranam Govinda Damodharam Kansachedam Kaudavari Haranam Kunti Sutapalanam Iti Sri Bhagavad Puran Sri Krishna Leela Haranam Devam Om Pretganaya Vedmahi Jagat Dharanaya Dhimahi तन्नो पित्रो प्रचोदयात् सूर्या पित्रो वेद्महि महाकालाय धीमहि तन्नो यमा प्रचोदयात्। ओम नमो नारायणाय कृष्णाय गोविंदा नमो नमः देवम। Come Kailash.
Kailash, put on his side.
Like the one in the mouth where you put the can for it. The one in the mouth.
Stop.
Right, pass him and go wrong now. I'll pass him and go wrong and light inside it. Go wrong on the next side. Go wrong.
Pass her. On the body.
Alright, man, take this.
Push it in, Ash, anywhere on top.
I'll walk wrong, so meet me on this side.
Don't walk back, eh?
Come here, I wait. Hey, walk wrong, son, come back and meet me here. I'll walk wrong and come back and meet me here. You stop here. Stand up there. Stretch your hand as far as you could reach on top. I'll let your hand with him, and you'll find out that. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Paramanabam Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Suresham Megabarnam Svangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamal Nainam Yogi Bedhanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhaubaiharnam Sarbalok Ekanatanam Prem Sibare Mahapitra Ki Jai. Right. There we go. Come stand up here now. You see that? Yeah, like the boss. Pull your hand together. Come here. Hajor se agindra bhagam Lakshmi Kantam Kamal Nainam Yogi Bedhanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhaubaiharnam Sarbalok Ekanadam Om Pretaganaya Vedmahi Jagat Dharanaya Dhimahi Tanno Pitro Prachodaya Surya Pitro Vedmahi Mahakalaya Dhimahi Tanno Yama Prachodaya se Principality Sri Arya Mahapitra Ki Jai. All bow down there and all come. Okay, hand. Watch me. On top here. Now just so you go offer when you, from tomorrow, right? Go ahead. Om Siri Amukra Gotasya Mukra Pretasya Iti Siri Tilanjale Saiti Siri Pretana Om Siri Pita Pitre, take your father name, Darpan. ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे. All of them. Offer on top of the glass. 5, right?
3 times or
5. ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण. Between this, we go in. So leave in this open when you're offline. Right? Yeah, between here, right? ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण में, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण. Lusot learning वाली time. Take it all, lusot. ओम पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम पिता पितरे तर्पण. Right. 5. You take out your ring. You go now.
just follow right?
I die nothing. Come. Let he go. You go last. You go. You can't use पिता पितरे. ओम पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण, ओम श्री पिता पितरे तर्पण. ओम आरो देव देवकी गर्भजाननम गोपीग्रह वंदनम मायापूतना जीवंतापहरणम गोविंद दामोदरम अमुक्र गोतस्य अमुक्र प्रेतस्य सेति श्री तिलंजलि सेति श्री प्रेतनाम सेति श्री राल्फी महाराज से. Right. Straight out. Loose out coloring, rest of the polarity grass, loose it out. You know why you're going last? Let me see this one. Okay, it's pita picture tarpan for you. The year for all living it. We can't put heat in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Get up, do this. Pull it out. Pull it out. Yeah, pull it out. Keep it right here.
परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन. परमानंद का अनुभव कर, ओ परमानंद का अनुभव कर, तू धन्य बना जीवन. ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन. प्रभु की प्राप्ति का मूल मंत्र है संपूर्ण समर्पण. है आत्मा चल प्रभु को सौंप दे, तू सारा जीवन. देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, ओ देख प्रभु तेरे निकट विराजे, कर ले अभिवादन. ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। परमानंद का अनुभव करो, परमानंद का अनुभव कर तू धन्य बना जीवन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन, अब चल कर ले मिलन। ज्योति बिंदु के प्रेम सिंधु में चल आग निहाले, परम पिता का प्रेम पात्र बन कर तू शुभ वर पाले। किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, ओ किरण किरण को निरख नयन से, को जा मन में मगन। ज्योति बिंदु, ज्योति बिंदु परमात्मा से है मेरी आत्मा, अब चल